Live from Las Vegas, the entertainment, music, and sports capital of the world, it's the JJ and Johnny Show.
I know, then we're going to triple stream, and then we're going to have like 8 channels going to what?
And we're on right now. You ready?
I'm never ready.
We're rolling.
Oh, excellent. For reals?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought the show opening was going to go. Hey, welcome to episode 2.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of JJ and Johnny here on my channel, the Johnny D Show, and our channel, the
Our
JJ.
new channel.
Yeah. So if you're watching on my channel, we are going to be doing this. I had said we're only going to do it once, but we're going to do it a little more so we can get more of my audience over to the JJ and Johnny Show.
Cheers to both channels.
Cheers
We're
to
double
both
channeling
channels.
this morning. So I was so distracted in the beginning because
really good.
my mic cord is out, and I'm having a little bit of a moment with the mic.
What are you having?
So-
Malfunction, wardrobe malfunction?
Yes, but
great.
speaking of mics, today we have a special treat. We've added Cass, the producer, to the microphone.
And if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know Cass because Cass is my producer, my go-to, and my assistant. You hear her, but I'm very trumpy. You hear her voice all the time.
And you left out friend. She's a friend.
And she's a very good friend. She's
Yeah.
an awesome friend. She was on vacation last week, and I missed her dearly.
We also
So-
love her because she's part of that generation of well, she's kind of on the borderline of like a Gen Z and a millennial.
Yeah, what is that exactly?
Gezennial.
A Gisenial.
I just came up with that.
She's
Cheers.
a Gisenial.
By the way,
Chin.
I have to watch my drinking today. According to a few of my family members who watched the first episode, they said, "Did you really drink 2 glasses of champagne?" They didn't like it. So I was like, okay, I'll chill out.
Come on, this is Las Vegas.
Yes, Cass, what
Cass
is
has her
it?
hand up already.
We got a question
Oh, good.
from Fate YYZ. What's the drink today?
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is actually a cranberry martini.
Cranberry martini.
Which
is that
sounds-
a real thing?
It sounds like, I know, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I know, espresso martini and this martini and that
Oh, no.
martini, but
I think you tell me if
we
it's
should
your
have
thing.
a
Have
sham.
sip.
How about a shamtini? A shamtini?
I think it's really good, actually. I do think it, and I called it. I think
The
it's kind of a
flavor.
holiday drink.
Yeah, the flavor makes a big difference.
Yeah,
but I like
it's
the fact
good.
that it
But
goes
cheers.
with my jacket
We
here.
did. We picked it to match Johnny's jacket today.
My jacket.
Yeah.
For episode 2.
2.
For episode 2. By the way, anybody who's watching on my channel, we're going to be doing the press conference tomorrow. Normal bat time. And it is Trumpy's birthday, so we'll be taking your
Is
questions.
tomorrow the birthday?
June 14th,
That's-
78 years
that
old.
gentleman.
And
Wow.
this is by the way, this is a non-political show. We're just mentioning that because the other stuff on the channel is comedy and satire and, that kind
You
of stuff.
split the line right in the middle very
I
well.
do. I try to ride that rail,
You're not going to hear a lot of politics on this show
No
either.
politics.
Because we're
No
talking about
politics.
fun. We're talking about Vegas.
Right.
We're talking about all the amazing comments that we got during the first show.
We did.
That was kind of fun
And we got
to see.
1,500 views at this point. How many did we get from the other day?
I think we're up to like 16 or 17.
Yeah, so that's
Excellent.
great because we know that we're starting out. If you like this show, what we're going to talk about, the information, things about Las Vegas, restaurants, travel, all the cool places to go, then make sure
Shows,
you share.
cocktails.
Yeah, make sure you
Yep.
share what you're learning. We want to build our audience just like every other show. So
Were there some comments that, you would have rather not seen?
I see.
No, here's the thing.
There were a couple.
You are someone who's online every day.
Every
You're
day.
posting comment every day. You have hundreds of thousands of people watching your content.
Yeah.
Do you ever kind of hold back and go like cringe, like, oh, I'm so scared to read these comments right
Oh
now?
no, I'm way past that.
Because the internet is
Way
an
past
open
that.
door. You are?
Oh, I'm way past that.
Yeah.
Once you start getting the threats and things like that, you're like, okay,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I had someone tell
But
me that.
hopefully on this show I will be.
Exactly.
Because not only are we having tea, we're having some great drinks, and we're going to have some bars and restaurants bringing in their handcrafted drinks. And then we'll be sitting right here, and we're going to have those, and we're going to be having some big-name people already.
Oh!
Only in the second episode, and we already have some well-known people.
Well, they're coming on the third episode. So Jen Kramer, the magician and illusionist who just extended her residency over at Westgate, she's going to come over. And you and I are like, we know her. You know,
Yeah,
she's someone
very nice.
we run
She's
into
an
at the grocery
awesome
store.
person.
But
She's
I think
so talented.
we like her as a person too.
We like her as a person.
You know?
She's beautiful. She's smart. She's a graduate of Yale University, one of the Ivy League schools. Jen could have literally done anything in any industry, but she's devoted her life to magic. And I think that's great because to be an illusionist, it's all practice and it's focus and, to design.
How talented she was, though, young. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of magicians. You and I know so many magicians. Most magicians I know kind of got into it around the age 10.
Oh, exactly.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's like their nature was, it's like, oh, you're a magician type.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Jeremy. And I wanted to mention, I think I sent you this, Jeremy Cambridge, who's a friend of ours. He's the mentalist here in town. Mm-hmm. He's coming up on his 5,000th show. And Jerry and I are friends, and we're very close in birthdays. I think we're 3 or 4 days apart. So
I was like, because every time I'm around a mentalist, I'm afraid they're reading my mind.
Yeah.
Is that what he does? Does he mind read?
He mind reads, but he does so many things with. He'll take a random thing from one person, a random thing from another person, a random thing, and at the end of the show, all those things that people said, they're on it takes down a drape that's been there the entire time. It's everything they mentioned.
You're like, how did they?
It's crazy.
Mentalism. It's like,
I love
how
that
did they
mentalism
do that?
stuff.
That's so awesome.
And he's somebody who started in all these mentalists, whatever it is. All these people started as magicians because they bought some kit on TV. And they've just been practicing. And if anyone knows any magicians, you know how hard they work. Murray Sawchuck. These people work so hard. And we have the best of them here in Las Vegas.
John, should we show a picture? Because we have a picture of Jen
of me
Kramer.
in a magic, my little cape.
Right?
And all.
I am going to pull out my credentials in front of Jen because I was a magician's assistant.
Oh, I didn't know
LA.
that.
Yeah, just one season with a guy named Jody Barron. I don't know if you recognize that name. A lot of magicians know of him.
Yeah.
But I have magic assistant stories.
Oh.
My problem was when you're a magic assistant, it's really about like fitting into the costume and then fitting into the box, literally, because they call magic assistants box jumpers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, box jumpers, because you're literally, learning how to fit inside this table and disappear.
Oh, yeah, it's tough work. Yeah.
Well, it requires a lot of flexibility.
Yeah. I did my time in the magic world. I was a magician at Six Flags. So I was trained by another magician because I was a character actor and I had to be like a wizard, and we did the Dakota chair. And we did a lot of stuff and lifting the girl up on the broom. And
we both dabbled in magic.
I'm a magic dabbler.
But I don't have any tricks.
I came in it kind of sideways. Because it was more of an acting gig, and they taught me the illusions.
How to be. Well, and I kind of, one of the gals, I was replacing a gal at Wizards in Universal City Walk. This Mike
is it the fabric?
Cable. I don't know. Yeah, it's.
Do you need Topstick?
It's kind of like a disco dress.
Do you need J-Lo's Topstick?
I do. I need a lot of things J-Lo has, quite frankly. Do we have that photo of Jen Kramer, Cass?
I actually threw it up while you guys were talking.
Can we pull it back up? Because I just wanted to show. So when we meet with Jen next Tuesday, when she comes in here on the show, she has this new number at the end of her act.
Oh.
Because you got to figure, these folks are doing the show multiple times a week here in Vegas, all the time. And
it's on.
It could get a little tiresome.
Okay, it's on the screen right now. Okay.
Here, I got you.
And so this is the final number in her new act, is on a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. It's really cool, kind of like Elvis had his name on his guitar.
Yeah.
She has Jen Kramer like painted onto the motorcycle. It's a very racy number.
Oh, that's not her at all.
No, but you know Jen, like Jen is on this side of clean. You know what I'm saying?
No, she's very good.
But it's really racy and spicy, and it has a lot of attitude.
Spicy.
I'm excited for it.
I like it. And this kind of reminds me of another illusionist in town who has some big props, and that would be Mr. Copperfield.
Who's got big props?
Who's got big props?
Tell me.
But that's a great prop. I love that motorcycle. Yeah.
Do you know, I was pulled up on stage. This has nothing to do with Las Vegas, but it does have to do with Copperfield. I was pulled up on the stage when I was a teenager in a Copperfield show when he was touring through my home state. And I, happened to be sitting down the front. He needed a volunteer, and I went up and did a card trick.
He's like, who's that
I'll never
beautiful
forget
lady
that.
right there?
It was very exciting.
Yeah,
Do you ever get pulled up on stage in someone's show?
Yes, I have. And I regretted it.
Did you take over the show?
Yeah, because that's me. But you know what I do?
I'm getting to know you,
I've gotten called up, and people say, "So what do you do?" And I'll say, "I'm a technical writer," because I don't want them to know it, because they do want an impression or something. So
got it.
I don't want to steal. Listen, I'm a performer.
Yes.
I don't want to steal someone else's time on stage.
I love that about him. Don't you guys love that about him?
Yeah. I'll get on the stage on my own.
We had an idea inspired by your comments from our episode 1 to play a little game. And this game is called Vegas Fact versus Fiction.
We need a cast. We need a video opening for this.
And a song.
Pointing.
Yeah, and a song.
Fiction.
We would go like facts or fiction. We don't know.
I was holding an encyclopedia. Do they still have it?
Johnny, this was a great idea. I love this, and this is because, this is because I got a fact wrong in the opening episode, which we'll talk about later. I think it was really fun. But do you want to go ahead with the first fact versus fiction?
I'm a huge fan. Love Las Vegas, and I love the fact that times change. Shows now. I think the latest show you can see is maybe 11 o'clock, maybe that might or 10 o'clock. Whatever it is, because
Belle de Nuit, over at Voltaire is at 10. Yeah,
right. People go to bed earlier. People get up earlier. People were working out. There weren't a lot of gyms in the 50s. You know what I mean? So things have changed now. But there's a lot of fantastic entertainment in this town.
Yep.
But Louis Prima, who I love, I'm an Italian American, and I grew up listening to Louis Prima, and Vegas is a different town. We know that the shows were later. What time when Louis Prima first started here in Las Vegas? When did he go on, and when did he play till?
Okay, Louis Prima. I'm a
with his
huge
band.
fan.
With his
I'm
band.
a huge fan.
Yeah,
so this is probably before
at Sahara.
Oh, it was at Sahara.
At Sahara.
Okay,
when
I
they
know
first
he was
started.
playing in a lounge, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
So lounges used to be huge, late night.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just
it wasn't even that long ago.
I don't know. I'll say you said some shows happen as late as 11, so I'll say he went on at midnight.
He went on at 12:30 and played till 6:30 a.m. They did 45-minute shows, 15-minute break, 45-minute shows, 15-minute break, 45-minute. And that blows my mind. That just blows my mind that you could go down at 3 a.m, or you were coming in from another casino, or you were driving in from California and you arrived at 3 a.m, whatever it was. And they were playing at 3 a.m,
party
4 a.m,
night.
and it was an all-night party. And it was an adult playground. It's different now. There were no kids. And I just thought that was so amazing. I thought that was so cool.
Oh, man, that's super hot.
Yeah.
The only thing you could compare it to the nightlife now, I think it just goes to the DJs.
Yes,
if you want to go
all
all night.
Yeah.
Oh, but the idea being, I love smaller venues. You're going to get tired of hearing me say that. But I do. I love smaller venues when you get, kind of that 200 people or less experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm picturing when I'm thinking of that. Okay. I wanted to tell you my Louis Prima connection here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And
just so everyone knows who Louis Prima is who's watching, Louis Prima has been around forever, but he was the original guy who just a gigolo everywhere I go. All of his songs were like really big. He's from New Orleans. His sound is really big. His style of singing is really big. And a lot of his songs were kind of big over-the-top songs.
He had a huge over-the-top personality, and then he hooked up with one of the most extraordinarily beautiful singers and married her, Keely Smith.
Yes.
And then they went and played the lounges.
Yes.
For years together. And that's one of those couples that, like, when they split, you know, it's like I don't know what's happening with Jen and Ben right now. You know what I mean? But everyone's everyone's all clicked in.
So.
For real?
Yeah.
Is he okay? I don't know. I never know with you.
The poor guys had
know with you.
The poor guys had some serious ups and downs. Serious ups and serious downs.
Speaking of Ben, though, that reminds me of Mark Wahlberg. And I don't know if you folks know, but we just love Mark Wahlberg here in Las Vegas.
We love Wahlberg. He's our honorary mayor here in Las Vegas.
He's fabulous.
Mark Wahlberg.
He decided to leave California, and now
he made a big stink about it, but now he's here.
He's one of our neighbors. Yeah, quite frankly,
he really is. We see him all over town, and he's on the forefront and spearheading with a group of people to bring to build from scratch a real legit Hollywood studio on over like a 25-acre area
in Summerlin.
Yeah. So we love Mark Wahlberg.
Well,
and if you want to be on the show, Mark, we're the man.
Well, you know what we should do? We should just create a segment where we kind of tell the people what Mark is doing every week.
Yes.
Give them an idea.
And where he was seen this week.
I just happen to know because I, like many people here in Las Vegas, just love to watch what Mark Wahlberg is doing.
He's doing a lot.
He's doing a lot. He was over at the Fountain Blue, and they screened the movie Ted, his comedy. You've seen Ted?
Yeah.
For 2012. So they screened it outdoor at the pool, and then he showed up with his tequila brand, wearing his workout brand, and passed out some tequila. And
he is a marketing machine.
Marquee marketing.
Marquee marketing. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But we love Mark. So if you happen to spot Mark while you're in town, please message us. Use the hashtag #WhereIsWahlberg. And we will feature him here on the JJ and Johnny show. Right. Cass, did you like that? Cass, by the way, is somewhat of a marketing genius. What do you say?
Yeah, she's a genius in general. I mean,
did you like that?
She's my right arm.
The Where is Wahlberg?
Where is Wahlberg
segment?
Where is Wahlberg? Get that hashtag. Can we trademark that hashtag?
We just want people to know that we love Mark Wahlberg and we're here for him.
Yeah. We love all the Hollywood people that have moved here.
Yes.
Nick Cage has been here for years.
In fact, we welcome all you A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list celebrities. Speaking of A-list celebrities, though, can we just do a countdown right now to my favorite show, 80 days from today, at the Chelsea, inside the Cosmo. Chelsea Handler is going to do her show. I love Chelsea Handler. Right now, she's in Mallorca on vacation, gearing up just to come back and do these shows. So just to let you guys know, I will be there. Are you a Chelsea fan?
Well, I was on her show 6 times, as you know. I did the voice.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I did 6 episodes.
And?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I mean, I only heard her once during our pre-recording conference calls. But I was just lucky to be on the show, and I felt very gratified that she had me on, that I was her voice of Trumpy.
Maybe she'll have you join her once again.
Yes, that would be great.
Because you are very in demand for Trump right now. Yes. But let's move on.
Yeah.
Can we to fact versus fiction number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
So it's my turn. All right, guys. It's time once again to play Vegas fact versus fiction. Johnny, I would like you to tell me if this is fact or fiction. The original name of Las Vegas Boulevard was the Arrowhead Highway.
That sounds definitely like a possibility. But I don't know why. I don't know logically why they would have done that. I think it would have been like El Dorado, That's the real thing. They do the El Dorado.
Really?
Yeah, the El Dorado.
El Dorado Parade.
Yeah, El Dorado Parade.
El Dorado Parade.
You've done El Dorado.
Oh, I love that.
Now,
parade.
that had been, you'd said El Dorado. I was like, okay, I can go with that. I don't know why it would have been Arrowhead. You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes you can't let your logical mind get in the way of your instinct, because you were right, first of all. So Arrowhead Highway was, in fact, one of the names. There are actually multiple names used, but it was actually literally Highway 91
Right.
coming through town originally, but Arrowhead Highway, also called the California Highway.
Oh, because it
Yeah.
streamlined California.
But when I read it too, and I think this is why you said, yeah, probably, what you learn when you live in Vegas is that we really do have an Old West history.
Oh, yeah.
And so Arrowhead, I'm like, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, we're a train stop town.
You know, it's funny. When I first moved here 13 years ago, everyone is so nice. I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. And,
People are pretty nice here.
yeah, they're very nice. And I remember I was in the supermarket and I said to somebody, "Hey, where's the peanut butter?" And the person walked me to the peanut butter. You know,
Right.
and
It's like
I was
that.
like, "Oh, that's really nice." And people stop and let you cross and this, and I remember thinking, "Oh, that's right. This is the Old West." And people are much more courteous. Well, they were. They were courteous. It's changed.
Yeah, we're the
Things, but it's still it's still in the fabric of this
It's
town.
true.
That this is an Old West town, and you don't think about that because you think like Las Vegas is an island, but it's the Old West.
Well,
and the
actually, we are the
Eldorado, which I
ninth
mentioned.
island. So,
We are the ninth island. That's a
Right.
great fact that probably most people don't know about. Yeah. Does everyone know what we're talking about? The ninth island.
we have a lot of Hawaiians here.
Yeah, the single largest community of Hawaiians outside of Hawaii is in Las Vegas.
Why? Originally, because when they were trying to find people to work in the casinos downtown, like in the Fremont area of the original Las Vegas, someone who is very smart went over to Hawaii because they knew hospitality and there might be a lot of people who might be interested in jobs.
Right.
And so hundreds of Hawaiians moved here and found great jobs and found the cost of living very realistic.
Right. And they paid them in Spam.
And we've continued to be, a pretty major
Yeah,
Hawaiian
and now a lot
community.
of people just move
Yep.
right here. They skip California because it's expensive, but we have this amazing population of Hawaiians and also Hawaiian food and restaurants, and it's really kind of influenced this town. And also, there's a lot of Samoans here.
Oh, yes. Yes, there are. One of my best friends in high school is Samoan. So just a little
Interesting. Yeah,
JJ factoid
So
that you
for
might
those
wanna-
of you who don't know, we have a large community of Hawaiians and we have a large community
Wait,
of...
can we go back though for a second? Because I have had the conversation with someone locally in the last few months about why are people so nice here? And that's, Johnny, that's a good idea for our next segment.
Oh.
Why are people so nice in Las Vegas?
Cheers.
Chin, chin. Cheers. Cheers. We need a bell or something.
Mom, I'm not drinking this whole thing today, okay?
Oh, fantastic.
There's a few things my mom's just really not going to be able to
Where
accept
is
this
your mom?
microphone
Is your
cable.
mom here? Where's your mom watching?
I'm going to fix this microphone cable for my mom.
Okay.
She's watching from her ranch in Washington State.
Ranch.
Hello,
Wow.
Mom. Yes, I'd love to bring her on the show from the chicken coop. And she's
How
actually,
big is this ranch?
she's 25 acres with wine grapes and sheep and horses and more chickens than any adult woman should own. Okay, let's go on to the next fact versus fiction.
Yes. This is to
It's
me.
your turn?
Is it-
I did the Arrowhead Highway.
okay. I have enough. I
All right.
have two.
This game is fun.
This game is fun. So let's do an old. I have a new one
Okay.
and an old one.
right, I need that.
All right. So
Okay.
here's a new one since
Okay.
I did the start off with an old
You
one.
guys play with
So
them.
here's the new one. As we all, if you live here or you come here or you want to come here, on the Caesars property there is the Coliseum, which is an
it's so
amazing. Which is an amazing venue to see a show, and it was built specifically for
Seline.
Dion.
Celine.
Celine Dion. I am Celine.
We love
Dion.
you.
We love Celine. Side note: her episode of singing James Corden. What's it called? What's the name of the show?
Oh,
the segment.
Cars. Carpool karaoke.
Carpool
Got
karaoke.
it.
Carpool Karaoke won an Emmy, that particular episode, and
It's
some of the
so
cameramen
good.
and some of the Las Vegas cameramen all won Emmys for that one episode. So it was very, very
Let
cool.
me just interject because I've interviewed some celebrities in my life, and one of the things people always want to know
What
from
do they
me,
like?
what do they like? Who was rude to you? Okay, I get that question all the time. Was anyone terrible? Was anyone awful? And
She was the worst.
so, what I always tell people is people aren't usually awful when there's a camera on them.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's being recorded.
except for that lady on the plane behind Perez Hilton yesterday. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, I didn't. I always watch his stuff, but I didn't see.
Yeah, someone.
Oh, we can have Perez on. Perez interviewed
for sure.
me, so. He
was on an airplane going to LA, and some woman had a meltdown in the seat behind him, as people often do on airplanes. It's happened to me probably 3 times since the start of the pandemic that I've seen someone escorted off the plane it was on. However, the woman was having a meltdown, cursing, and he was not filming her, not to be too invasive, but filming himself and just kind of, his facial reactions of how uncomfortable he was. I really felt for him. Yes.
There's nothing funnier than that.
Can I backpedal?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was going to say was, behind the scenes, genuinely, Las Vegas has such wonderful things to say about Seline Dion. From the people who work backstage with her to the dancers that are in her show. By the way, I love it. You know what she does? She has like 10 shirtless male dancers around her. I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
Well, there should be more of that.
So here's the question. Fact or fiction?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, Seline Dion. Celine Dion was the highest paid performer up to that time at $500,000 per episode. Fact or fiction?
I'm sorry, per show at Caesars?
Per show.
At Caesars.
Per show at
Palace.
Caesars in the Coliseum.
Highest paid entertainer in Las Vegas? Or
at that time. Yeah.
Okay. And so when she opened, and did she open in 20? Oh, God.
It was a little while. I mean, the Coliseum.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pause for a second because I want to see if anyone else is answering this. Cass, are there people answering this? Because I want to let people
They're probably
chime in.
using the Google to check.
That's what I'm doing.
That's true. Cass is Googling it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Is it
say 500,000.
Per
Would that be a
performance?
lot in like
She opened it on March 25th, 2003.
2003.
2005.
Wow.
Okay.
20 years ago.
Where does time go? You got to clean your glasses for that.
No, I'm my itchy nose.
Okay.
It's 105 degrees in Las Vegas. So.
I will just say yes. I don't know if that's too low a number, but yes, I'll say yes.
It's funny when I read it. It seemed, but I mean, $500,000 per night is a lot of money.
Multiple nights, right?
Yeah,
That's a couple million a week.
So that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah. She was crushing it.
Yeah.
She was really crushing it. And filling the Coliseum, which is, the only other person who really did that consistently was Elton John.
Oh, I missed that.
The red piano, the $1 million piano.
Every time you say Elton John, I'm going to go, ah.
Yeah, he was great.
Because I didn't see him while I was here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have it in?
Yeah, and you never saw him here? Elton John would end his show with bringing up the first 3 rows in all segment. That whole, it's broken up to about 6.
Yeah.
The first 3 rows, everybody joined him on stage.
For reals?
Oh, for real.
Wow.
For real. And it was just like, what an amazing experience to see this artist and then to join him for the last song on stage.
Oh, man.
And then some of the people
That's
that
powerful.
were around his piano, because a lot of people beeline to get he invited them after the show to his dressing room and have a drink. It's pretty cool. That's one of the beauties.
I love it when people include the audience to that degree. There's magic in that. I love it.
I think a lot of the performers here in Las Vegas, if it's Maroon 5, Elton John, all these artists, they have this element of bringing the audience on stage. It seems to be part of the Las Vegas experience to have somebody or a number of people.
I've seen plenty of artists who don't and who really aren't very great at that kind of let's get to know each other in between the songs thing. I think it happens more
with the residents. When it's a residence, they
get really comfortable.
Yeah, they feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
And, when we saw Maroon 5, they came out and sang right in the middle of the audience. They were doing they were recording it for someone's wedding,
Wow.
So, who's the lead singer from Maroon 5, whatever his name is?
Cass, you should know.
I know.
You're 25
Avril
years old.
Lavigne. No, not Avril Lavigne. Adam Levine.
Yes.
So Adam
close.
Levine, it was very
wow.
engaging, and they said, hey, listen, a friend of ours getting married. He wanted us to sing this song. So he walks out to the middle of the audience, and he's surrounded by people, and he's explaining the whole thing, and it just felt so, 18,000 people at Park MGM. the Dolby Theater, but it felt incredibly intimate. Like we're all in.
I think there's a magic for that.
Yeah.
About that.
And it makes it more memorable. And that's what
Yep.
people, that's what it kind of sticks in your head.
People want to have they want to see a star. They want the star to be a star, but they really want to be part of the show, even if it's just for a moment.
Absolutely. And Adele going out into the audience and walking around and singing that whole
Did you see Adele tell off that person who yelled out?
Oh, yeah.
In protest of Gay Pride Month?
Yeah.
And did she give them an earful?
Right. She was not
she was pretty well timed.
She was not putting up with that.
Every time Adele here breaks out and does anything different or unusual, it gives a shout out in her show. It hits national news.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are like very she's performing this weekend.
Do you have
fact versus fiction? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The High Roller. Oh, we have video for this? How exciting. The High Roller is the tallest observation tower in the world at 550 feet.
Huh.
Right now we're playing music. I think someone already is using that.
I think I've heard this before, so I know it's bigger than the London Eye.
True.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've just been dethroned this month by Dubai.
Oh, but they haven't built it yet, right? They're starting. They announced it.
Officially, though, I guess we no longer hold the record. It is in terms of it happened in June. That Ain Dubai is 820 feet. So they have surpassed us at least. Yeah.
I had heard about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd even built it yet.
So,
but they built the entire city, so the tallest building in the world, and
they're just record breaking.
the Burj Khalifa.
They're record breaking.
Burj Khalifa. That's the one that Tom Cruise climbed in Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible.
I like everything Tom Cruise does.
Yes, it's pretty amazing.
Anything he does is
pretty amazing. All right, you ready for my final one?
Yes. Okay, final.
All right, this
Vegas,
is truly
fact versus
this is
fiction.
a Vegas. Not only is this a Vegas question, this is part of Vegas.
Again, my cord. I'm sorry, Mom. Okay, go ahead.
The Little Church of the West, which is also considered, they also called the Little Chapel of the West. It's one of the oldest churches, and this is a place where you get married. People 5, 6, 7 weddings a day.
Can I interject? It's right by the Mandalay Bay.
Yes.
It's all wood on the outside.
It's all wood.
Like
it
cabins,
is all
like
wood.
Chapel.
This is.
You've definitely driven by it. By the Las Vegas sign as well.
Yeah, by the Las Vegas sign, which is a great location. And when it was put there in, I think, 1978, there was literally nothing there. Nothing there. Now there's the Pinball Museum, and they're building the Dream Hotel and the Harley Davidson.
I love
it. Anyway,
Pinball Museum.
the question is this. How many times has that church, the Little Church of the West, been moved? Literally picked up the entire building. How many times did they lift it up and move it?
I didn't even know that it was ever moved from
anywhere.
Oh,
yeah, it's been moved multiple times.
Moving buildings blows my mind. Have you ever seen like a small home on the back of a truck?
A small home is one thing.
I've seen that. Yeah, it's really
but when you're moving a building like a church or
I'm gonna guess there's some interesting story about that it probably moved from downtown, like in the Fremont area where all the other chapels are. I don't know.
Right.
How many times? I don't know. What did they lose their lease or something on the land? I'll say 3 because
It's exactly. It's been 3 times.
Yeah.
It's 3 times. It was at the Hacienda, and then it was at the.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers!
To me being right.
Chin chin. To you being right all the time.
I don't remember what year you said, but I did look it up, and it opened in 1943.
1943.
Well, maybe that was one of the moves.
Right.
Something.
And it was the Hacienda, right? They were on the north side of the Hacienda, and then they were moved to.
Chapel was originally built as part of the Hotel Last Frontier.
Last Frontier. I'm out of order. It was Frontier,
Excellent.
and then it went near it was on the north side of the Hacienda. But I just thought that was great, because weddings, and we talked about weddings last time.
Yeah.
Weddings are a huge part of Las Vegas. People
Why?
literally flying from all over the world to get married here. To get married on a whim, to get married as a destination wedding, to get married just to get married.
Because it is a very fun, cheap, and easy place to do that.
Hands up.
Yeah,
Can
what
we
you
see
got?
hands
What
up?
you got?
Yeah.
Put your hands
She
up.
matches the computer, by the way.
She
Oh,
does.
I do.
Yes.
I'm matching.
Cass, we'd like you to
Folsom.
wear that every time. Thank you.
Laura Folsom got married at the Wee Kirk of the Hither. Oh, the Hither. Wee Kirk Church.
I
Wee Kirk
love
Church,
it.
where's that
I
one?
love
It's
it.
in Las Vegas. I just looked it up.
There's so many.
That one must
There's
be
so
right
many.
out,
The
down off of
chapels.
Main Street.
Chapels.
It's a chapel.
You know
It's
what?
a chapel.
If you, Laura, if
like
you
a
send us
scrapple.
your wedding photo, we will highlight you on our next show.
I love that idea.
Because we are representatives of the Las Vegas Wedding
Yes, we're both
Chamber
members.
of Commerce.
Yep.
We're both
So,
members of the
we should do that.
Chamber of Commerce. I am an officiant. If you come to Las Vegas and you want to be married by me or Austin Powers, yeah, baby, Ozzy Osbourne, man, or Trump or Dr. Phil, I can do it. I am a licensed officiant in the state of Nevada.
So many options.
So many options. Or me. Or me.
What about just plain old Johnny?
I've actually done a couple weddings as myself. And they're my favorite.
I love weddings, man. I'm a great wedding guest. If you're getting married in Vegas, invite me.
Do you give good gifts?
give good
Yeah,
give
like
good
your
gifts.
your
Actually,
gift to
I'm
a
going
couple.
to a wedding on July 1st, and I don't have their gift yet. And I'm starting to get pre-wedding anxiety. You know, you get that. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, I got to get a gift.
Got to get something.
And I don't know if they're registered. I need to find out where they're registered, and then I need to get a good gift.
As Michelle would say,
Yeah.
you have a year, up to a year to give a gift.
Oh, afterwards. But that's well, that's probably
that takes the
that's
stress
probably
right off.
Proper etiquette. Shout out to Michelle, by the way, your fiance.
Yes.
Yeah, we love her.
fiance.
She is watching.
My
this-
fiance.
Yes, your fiance.
My fiance.
Fiance. I love it. It's very fancy. Oh, can we go into the viewer? Did we already do all the viewer comments? Did we show them all?
No.
Can we show some viewer comments from our
Yeah.
first
From our
broadcast?
first episode. By the way, this is our second.
Guys, please join us next Tuesday. We are going to have Jen Kramer here, the magician. We're really excited about it. And we also wanted to highlight a few comments from our very first broadcast ever.
There we go.
Can you read the username? I love this person's name.
Ichabod deer, like Ichabod crane.
Ichabod. We have a viewer named Ichabod. Just sub to the channel.
Oh, that's a very literate name because I'm thinking of Ichabod crane from
Right.
from the old
Ichabod deer.
yeah.
So is subbed, Johnny, you have over 100,000 followers
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yep.
Is subbed in the lingo?
Yeah, subbed is in the lingo.
Is that
yeah,
Sub
just
means
subbed.
subscribed.
That means they subscribe. It's
Loving
nice
that.
to see that. We thank you for that, Ichabod.
By the
We
way, that was the
appreciate
new
every-
channel, the JJ and Johnny Show.
That's great.
we
That's
Which
appreciate it.
is linked below.
It is
Which
linked
is
below.
in the description.
Below.
In the description.
Isn't that a
Follow us there. If you know somebody, I'll tell you what, if you know somebody who's coming to Las Vegas, maybe they're coming here for their wedding, they're
Mm-hmm.
coming here for a convention, they're coming here just for a getaway, send them this link. We want to give them the info they need to maximize their time.
you know what? What was our viewer's name who got married here that you just read her comment? Sorry.
It is
not Margaret.
I'll pin her again. Laura Folsom.
Laura, I apologize. I forgot your name. Laura, you've inspired us. I want to open this up to anyone. If any of you watching right now got married in Vegas, send us your Vegas wedding photos. We would love to give you a shout out. You can see like hairstyles change.
Yeah, send us like where you got married
Mm-hmm.
and when you got married.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're still together. We just want to know if
Yes.
Vegas weddings last.
Yes,
Do
we
they
do.
make it to the marriage part or is it just the honeymoon?
We do. Okay, let's go to that next viewer
And
comment.
Ichabod
Yep.
is here.
Oh, Ichabod!
Hi,
What's
Ichabod.
up? I would love to know where Ichabod lives.
Oh, there it is. I'm here.
And also, Ichabod, do you have a middle name? Because your first name is really extraordinary.
Yeah. It's a great name.
Can we go to the next comment, Cass?
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. It's
Yeah, so this was from our
Thank you,
last show.
Simon
So it's
Jardine.
8:39 now. So shout out to all our viewers in Scotland.
Yes, we're very lucky on my live stream. We have a lot of people from Wales, Scotland, England. It's awesome.
Yes. Your Trump live stream, because this
Trump
is
live
also
stream.
your live stream.
Yeah, it's my other live stream.
Yeah.
But we have a great following who live here in Las Vegas. We have Jimmy Denning, who's
Yeah.
Scottish from the Tenors of Rock.
Yes.
So you have
Yes.
you have a decent
Oh my
number
gosh,
of
we
people
do.
from Scotland and England and Wales and all the UK.
We've got some
coming here.
Brits too. We've got the Harry Potter
We
show.
have a lot of Brits.
We've got a lot of Brits
Ichabod
on
is
stage.
Ichabod is from Vermont.
Wow, we love Vermont.
Ichabod in Vermont. All right, what's our
We
next
love
comment?
ice
We
cream
love that.
and syrup from Vermont.
I know. Mmm. Real maple syrup.
Yeah,
We're
real
going
maple
close to there. Are you going to bring us back something back from
Yeah.
your trip to
From
Jersey?
to Jersey.
What do
Well,
you
I'm
mean,
actually
bring
going
back
to,
from Jersey?
I'm going to upstate New York for a job in
Ooh.
Syracuse.
Love.
Viva! Greatest city on earth.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
All right, IMHO. What is that?
In my humble opinion, I had to Google it.
I like that.
Wait, can we ask Cass? Cass, did you know that? I was wondering if you'd know it.
You know
I
what?
did.
What?
I've learned a lot. But
I thought it was in my honest opinion.
Oh.
But it could be humble.
I think it's honest.
Well, my first Google result came back. Did you just yawn?
I just.
We're gonna have to come up with.
You know why? My
We're-
breathing is too shallow. I need to.
We should do breathing exercise.
If you paused from talking for a moment.
I'm out of here. She has to listen to me talk in the office all day.
Okay, our next comment, shall we?
Can we get something with caffeine in it?
Oh, I know you want to take this one because it's a friend of yours. But Rusty said, just a note, Las Vegas translates to the Meadows, not the Springs. Fun show. This is a fact. Rusty, I was flat out wrong. We should do something to punish me.
Yes, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
The punishment. First of all, Rusty Myers is a local actor here in Las Vegas. He's been on a ton of movies, TV shows,
And commercials for
And
local
commercials.
casinos.
Yeah.
So,
And he knows his stuff. Oh, is that him right now? Are we seeing him live?
This was him like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, it said his thing died on the other one. He moved here in 1977 from Los Angeles, but used to visit and still allow people to use the casino chips
Yeah.
to pay for stuff. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. So you could buy things in the
Dang.
local store.
that's amazing. Yeah, that, I kind of missed that,
That is
visceral
that
experience
is a
of those
great
chips.
currency.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and
That's
they had
cool.
real value, unlike Bitcoin and things like that.
Right. He was right though. So someone had said, what does Las Vegas mean? What does it stand for? And I said it was the Springs, because I just remembered in my head that historically there was a Spanish explorer who came through here.
Right.
And there was a lot more water
Right.
than in other places. So they were like, oh, we definitely want to hang out here because it's very hot and dry here. So, but it wasn't the Springs, it was the Meadows.
It was the Meadows,
And
and I know
came
why.
from the water.
I know why you thought that, because the Springs Preserves actually
right.
inhabits the Meadows. So
Right.
automatically you think,
Springs Preserve
the
is
Springs.
sort of like our, I don't know, Central Park.
Yeah, it's just like I think of it as an outdoor natural history museum.
I was trying to compare it to New York.
Yes. Yeah.
What's
You have to pay to get in.
right.
Sunset Park.
Yeah.
That might-
Yeah,
that
Sunset.
might
We
be
have
a-
we have an
that'd be the
amazing
preference.
park. That's my favorite park in Las Vegas, Sunset
And
Park.
I live in Henderson, but this is a Vegas show. But one of the things is there's a lot more parks here in Las Vegas
Mm-hmm.
than you would think. It's a very well planned out community for the residents.
We
that are
should
here.
we should do a whole show about outdoor activities in Vegas.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, there's so many.
But first,
so many.
it's going to be 117 for 3 months.
Right. So there won't be a lot of outdoor stuff unless you do it at 4 a.m.
Wow, I ran out of all my fact versus fiction. Vegas, thanks you guys for playing. That was a great idea.
That's great. Did I just see
I love that.
a shark Trumpy thing? What is that from Star? After Trump and
A light spanking will do, JJ.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna have to do something when John needs to take a break from talking and take a breath. We'll have a cue, and when I make a mistake or say something that's incorrect, John, you can punish me in some way.
yes.
Because it's just one of those
Punishment.
things that's just one of those
This is
things.
this is
fun
what
things
you were
that's gonna
reading,
happen.
John.
Oh, okay. After Trump said bad things about the shark, okay, the shark is retained a lawyer and is.
What is this?
This has to do with during Trump's rally, and he's done this many, many times. He talks about him either getting electrocuted or eaten by a shark.
Mm-hmm.
He does this at every speech because he's afraid of being on an electric boat, like a Tesla, car or boat, and it electrocuting him. Or does he want to be electrocuted, or does he want to be eaten by a shark?
Oh my goodness.
So he
gracious.
says he'd prefer to be eaten by a shark.
What would you prefer?
I think I'd prefer to be electrocuted.
So would I.
It'd be a lot shorter. But it's not going to happen because the boats are sealed. I mean, the batteries are sealed. There's not enough charge in a battery to, it's not the flux capacitor and
I have
30 gigawatts.
A lifelong fear. It doesn't happen to maybe every 10 years now, but when I was a kid and I grew up swimming in my neighbor's pool, I always thought about the possibility of a shark being in the pool.
In the pool?
Always thought about
it. Is it because you
Didn't
thought
keep
Jaws?
I'm a very good swimmer. Yes. Well, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
It
was scary.
It ruined a generation.
It spooked everybody.
It ruined a generation. So, all right. So you're headed out of town.
Yes.
But first, we have a very exciting weekend ahead. We talked about our love for Bruno Mars. Bruno is on stage back at the Park MGM this weekend.
Yes.
Adele is on stage.
Yes.
You and I, not happening quite yet, but we are so excited that Lady Gaga Jazz and Piano is coming back.
Los Rocas is here.
Oh my gosh, Los Rocas
They're in
is
residency.
Here. Yep. And over at the Sphere, which I think is definitely not only the talk of the town, but the talk of the world right now, we have Dead and Company. Now, have you talked to people? I haven't been to the show yet.
Oh, I talked to a number of people.
Go. It's like 4 hours,
It's
which
4
you
hours.
would expect it to be.
You would expect it to be, but you think about Las Vegas and things are very rigid because of it's not in a hotel casino. Most things in a hotel casino are like you're out of there in 75 minutes because we went to gambling, kid. But this is a true Deadhead show, along with John Mayer has been a part of the Grateful Dead.
Which I think is just so cool.
Yeah,
like I love that when older bands adopt younger.
I know, which has expanded their audience into a younger group of people. John Mayer, I don't know if you're a John Mayer fan. He's amazing. The
Super
guy's like
talented,
a phenom.
right? Yeah.
The guy is just a phenom, but he is really part of this whole Dead experience, and he's so amazing. I was told by somebody who just saw them, one of the original guy for the Grateful Dead, the original drummer, he has a solo in the show, and they said it was absolutely amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
I went to a Dead show, I think, in 92. That was the only 92 or 93. And it's hard to remember. I wonder why.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the only Dead show I saw. But I definitely, got my taste of the culture. And I, like many people, I loved the parking lot. I loved the experience of all the fans and the culture.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're very it's a community.
The veggie burritos, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a community, and they travel all around together. And
so, they've managed to spring that up here at one of the hotels. So they're actually holding pre-show and sales.
Where?
Yeah, here. I believe
I think it'll be just a fun thing to
it's at
check
the Tuscany, but again, that could be like the Meadows. I could have that wrong. Can you Google that, Cass, for us really quick, where the Dead show has set up the community, like the parking lot experience? I'm pretty sure it's at the Tuscany. You can try the Tuscany first. But it would be fun just to go down there. I mean, the thing about it is at some point, we're still first generation of experiencing the Dead, even though Jerry's gone.
Right.
But at some point, it's going to be part of history.
Yeah.
So I think in a way you kind of want to.
Yeah, they'll go on because they've just built such an incredible. Fan base is not the word. They are something else. They are followers of almost like a lifestyle of a.
Is it Dead and Company?
Yeah, yes. Dead and Company.
Yeah, but where are they setting up their
shadow show? Obviously, it's not in the parking lot because everyone would
it's
melt.
too hot. It's too hot. But that show, I know they extended the show. So definitely Deadheads have been flocking. I saw there was totally a Volkswagen bus in front of me as I got off the 15 the other day with stickers and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, the Dead is here.
I saw someone at the Dead and Company show. It's a walker with a Volkswagen bus front on it. So there was just,
Is that a joke? Oh my God.
I saw it online.
Because the audience face is getting
so funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That is so funny. All right, guys, that's about it for us today. Join us on Tuesday because Jen Kramer is going to be here.
Jen Kramer will be here. We're going to have a lot of guests coming up over the summer and into the fall. Should we mention Mr. Shinta?
Oh, Frankie Shinta. Oh, he's one of the most beloved entertainers here in Las Vegas. An amazing singer, Give them a little preview of Frankie. He's going to join us after June 22nd when he gets back.
Frankie's from Buffalo. His whole family, the Shintos used to have a lounge show, which ran for years. Unfortunately, the lounge shows aren't where they're just not doing them as much as they used to.
I wish they would.
He's an amazing singer, comedian, all-around entertainer. He's a great guy, and he's a classic entertainer. And he's one of these people that there's fewer and fewer people like him in town.
I mean, he's so extremely talented. The number of songs that he must know and be able to play. Of course, I love his Billy Joel, but probably hundreds of songs that he knows, and he's been touring for decades. So he's like really an entertainer's entertainer and a great guy. And we have quite a Buffalo contingent here in Las Vegas.
Yes, we do.
We do. We have like a full community of people that have moved here from Buffalo.
Yeah.
So he's one of them. So join us for that. In the meantime, you have the press conference coming up tomorrow.
Yes.
People, please write us comments. We'd love the comments.
Love the comments. Let us know what you think. This is your show. It's our show, but it's your show because we're still getting our sea legs. So tell us what you want to see and what we can do. Tomorrow at our usual bat time, 10 a.m. on the Johnny D Show 1 is the Trump press conference. We do that for a full hour. We answer your questions, and it's going to be a blast because tomorrow is Trump's birthday.
I love your press conferences.
Yeah, you were one of my reporters.
I'm telling you, you are so good at that. Cass, I feel like you would be really fun with the camera over there. Shouldn't we get Cass a camera?
Yes, a Cass
so we can actually see
Cass.
Yeah, we're missing out on the Cass cam. Cass, anything you want to say from the message boards before we go, from the comments?
Anything really sticking out?
Yeah, here's one from Sue. Sue, we'd love to know where you're from. They said, I would love to go to the USA and visit Las Vegas if everyone is as nice as you all are.
Oh, Sue.
Where is Sue from? Where is Sue
We'll
from?
see if Sue will let us know. Let
us know. I thought she was asking where we're from.
A toast for Sue.
A toast for Sue.
Sue, we salute you, Las Vegas style.
I'm out of my...
See, I can tell my mom, John drank his drink today. I didn't. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us for episode 2 of the JJ and Johnny Show, live from Las Vegas.
See ya.
Peace out.
Peace.